Okay, my name is Stallone-Obaraemi Samuel. You must have come across me a couple of times, but if not, I am so delighted to be talking to you at this moment. Okay, January has come and it is gone, and February is about 1/3 gone, and most people are still confused as to what they can do, what they need to do to keep going, right? So what I want to share with you today is that you are more powerful than you think you are. You probably do not know it. So how can we cause things to happen the way we want them to happen? And how can we learn from every situation we pass through so that we no longer fail? It's impossible to go through life without actually failing, because you either earn or you learn. In any case, you gain. So I'm going to share a few concepts with you, and I do hope that they actually do resonate with you and they make a whole lot of sense so that you can apply them in your everyday life and become better. Okay, the first thing I want to share with you is that all of us, myself, you, we all do have unending potential, but more often than not it tends to go unused because we limit ourselves by the way we think primarily. And the only way we can get ourselves away from that block, from that chain of limiting ourselves, is by learning new thought patterns. And when we learn new thought patterns, it will enable us to set new goals, and we will gradually move towards the realization of our potential, because we all have great things inside of us. We all do have. To a large extent, where we are today is a function of how we see ourselves inside. If you're listening to me today, I must tell you the truth. Let me tell you that you are bigger than you probably are thinking. I am bigger than probably I'm thinking about myself. That is why every day I keep learning, constantly trying to grow. And the more I learn, I come to ask myself, why didn't I see this 5 years ago? Why didn't I see this 10 years ago? What is it I know now that if I had known 5-10 years ago would have been different? What I'm talking to you about is about personal excellence. And this is not about money. Most people tend to measure success only around money, but this is not about money actually. It's about the totality of your being, your soul set, your health set, your skill set, your heart set, your mindset. According to Robin Sharma, he called this the inner empires. And for you to be able to cause things to happen the way you want them to happen in your life, you need to be efficacious. By being efficacious, we mean that you are able to see things and you are able to adapt so that you fit into whatever circumstances you find yourself in order to achieve your ultimate goal. And efficacy can't be learned rather, so that you can learn it, you can practice it until it becomes second nature. Most times we tend to dwell or think that everything about us boils down to the first nature. First nature is everything that we inherited from our parents. The color of our eyes, our hair, sometimes the way we talk before we pick up some accents here and there. Okay, but in as much as what is first nature or second nature sometimes could be contested, but I am saying that when we look at second nature, we're looking at all the other things that we pick up from our environment, from our experiences, the friends we keep, books we read, the audios we listen to, the videos we watch. That's how we form our second nature. At some point probably I'll have to talk about that. I want to also mention that if you want your 2020 to be powerful, as you go on, you must pay attention to ask yourself, where is my control coming from? Where is my center of control? You see, it's important that your control, your force of control should come from inside of you, not from outside of you. And if it's coming from inside of you, we say it's an internal, you have an internal locus of control. But if it's external, we say it's external locus of control. That means that you're bent this way or that way by virtue of what people think or what people say. You tend not to have an opinion of yours, and even when you take actions, you tend to rest the actions based on what other people say or do, or whatever, and you do not take responsibility for your actions. But if you have an inner, if you have an inner locus of control, if your power of operation comes from inside, it's actually vital for this process of achieving your goal for the rest of the year and causing the things that you want to happen in your life. Because when that happens, you are able to take, if your locus of control is from inside, you're able to take accountability for your responses to what life brings along your path. The reason is because we really cannot control what life brings our path, but we can actually control how we respond to what life brings our path. You see, the extent to which we are able to dream big is linked to how strong we are inside. That's why a locus of control, where your force of making decisions, of controlling yourself, must come from inside. And this will also hinge on your level of persistence. You see, I will discuss some of this concept later on, maybe in another video, but I'm just giving you a broad overview that if you're persistent enough, you will definitely achieve your goals. When we talk about the internal strength, I can tell you from my experience in the past year and a half or two, that without building yourself, without arming yourself mentally, you could actually lose control psychologically, mentally. You could actually, if there are certain things that could happen to you, and you could actually completely lose control. So that is why it is very important that you strengthen yourself. You make it a point of duty to strengthen yourself as you travel this path of success throughout the year 2020 and beyond. You see, we learn about the importance of harnessing our ability so that we can also use our forethought. You know, your forethought is your ability to think ahead. It's your ability to adjust your behavior, okay, as you meet certain circumstances, so that you can achieve your dreams. Okay, if you do not have positive forethought, it will be very easy for you to give up when you face obstacles. So stay tuned. I will bring about more videos explaining exactly how these concepts work, and to help you to understand that you could actually cause things to happen the way you want them to happen. And no matter how they go, you will not fail, because you will actually have the capacity to adapt, the ability, the capability to adapt here and there, seeing your goal. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope that this has strengthened you in some way. If you have comments, you have questions, please put them down there. I will get back to you and see how we can continue to spread the education. Thank you so much, and bye for now.